I'm going to save my game real quickly here. We are going to call this J1. So it says, you think you hear footsteps down there? Watch. An infamous thing about these old Sierra games is, oh man, so it's very easy to die in these old Sierra games. Hopefully I did not save at a point where I can't escape. No! Okay, hold on. This happened to me way back when I played... oh crap, are you kidding me? This happened back when I tried Max Payne. No! Oh my god. Well, I guess that's the end of this Let's Play. Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Afternoon Gaming. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are checking out a Sierra classic known as Space Quest. Space Quest, of course, is one of the original Sierra adventure games created by, I think we saw the names there, they were Scott Murphy and Mark Crow. Interestingly enough, I also know that Ken Williams and Roberta Williams are names, I don't know why I know these early names of Sierra game developers, but I do. Light years from Earth's solar system, the people of the galaxy, Ernon, have been struggling to maintain the precious balance of life. The sun of Ernon is slowly dying, the planet's cold, the food is no longer plentiful, life will soon become impossible to sustain. The scientific community of Xenon devised a plan to convert one of Ernon's lifeless planets into a new sun. Dun, dun, dun. The effort was centered around the development of a device called the Star Generator. The Star Generator, I think that's a ripoff of the Genesis device from Star Trek, by the way, would be capable of igniting otherwise useless planet into a raging ball of flame. An expedition set aboard the starship Arcada to successfully complete the development and testing of the Star Generator. Arcada is now returning triumphantly to Xenon with the fully operational Star Generator. In case you had any preconceptions at Space Quest here, you can keep reading this. Yeah, I guess as I was about to say, in case you had any preconceptions, we were on some kind of noble mission in Space Quest. We do not play a hero, we play a janitor. Space Quest is, of course, one of the early comedy games in the adventure game genre. At least for Sierra. Sierra was known for King's Quest back at the time, and sort of having more serious games. Interestingly, with Space Quest and Leisure Suit Larry eventually, they would become known for comedy games as well, which is kind of cool when you think about it. I mean, how many comedy games exist out there? A lot of games take a very serious tone, so comedy is kind of the underdog of video games, especially back then. Okay, we need to come up with a name. It's so obvious, right? Jay, that's me. That's me, and that's who you've tuned in to see. Here we are! This is my dude, Roger Wilco, otherwise known as Jay, because I typed in that name. You're startled by the sound of an alarm. It is followed by an urgent voice, which warns that the Arcada, keep wanting to say Arcadia, the Arcada has been boarded by unknown intruders. It ends abruptly. Uh-oh. All right. So, in this early stage here, we have to elude guards. And my guy is kind of sauntering along here. He doesn't really seem to be that concerned. Let's look around. So in this game, you type in commands. Oh, you have to be more specific. Okay. Look, monitor. You can't see it well from here. Okay, let's go back. And we'll take a look at this monitor here. Look, monitor. Model DX storage retrieval system. Oh, wait. We don't... Okay, we're going to come back to this. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Now, Space Quest 1 here. Oh, we got some dead crewmates. That is not good. We actually have to head back. My bad. In fact, we were supposed to walk over here and see the dead crewmates, but then we're supposed to walk back and we will find someone or something around here. I think. Oh, there's a scientist. I knew it! After only a few steps, he slumps to the floor. Oh no, he's been shot. Let's check him out. A large laser hole has been burned through his uniform, or has burned his uniform. You know what? I'm going to misread so many things. Forgive me now. Has burned his uniform through which you can see previously unexposed tissue. Ew. Struggling painfully, he raises up one elbow. Okay. He tells you that the Arcada is under attack and that the star generator is in danger. You had better leave if you value your life. He looks over towards the shelves full of cartridges and utters words, astral body. He then settles to the lifeless floor. Okay. Well, we're going to use that little command of his to access the computer here. We're going to type in astral body. Searching. Title found. Retrieving. Oh man. Remember when this was like the future of computers? Like no one guessed smartphones. A computer was this huge thing that took up like a whole room. Cartridges aren't even a thing now. We would just beam this wirely to my like wrist device if this were modern sci-fi. It's funny looking at like older generations and what they thought like the current or sort of future technology would look like based on their current stuff. Nobody can ever guess future technology because it's always so much different than what you've got now. Except flying cars. Everyone, okay, hold on. I'm going to save my game real quickly here. We are going to call this J1. So it says, you think you hear footsteps down there? Watch. An infamous thing about these old Sierra games is, oh man, you can die so easily. The alien observes his handiwork briefly, then leaves. As you lie on the floor in a smoldering carbonaceous heap, you can't help but wonder why you bothered getting up this morning. Okay, so it's very easy to die in these old Sierra games. Hopefully I did not save at a point where I can't escape. No! Okay, hold on. This happened to me way back when I played... oh crap, are you kidding me? This happened back when I tried Max Payne. No! Oh my god. Alright, well I've recovered us to where we left off. We weren't that far along, so whatever. Now, we actually weren't supposed to go right anyway, so that is fine. Now, as I was saying before, it's interesting to see... Oh, there's a dead guy here. Let's check him out. It's interesting to see what people think the future will look like based on their current technology. You find a key card. Okay, take card. Everyone always predicts that flying cars will be a thing, or everyone always did. I think people have given up on that because they've realized flying cars is never going to happen. It just never is going to happen, it seems. Now, we're supposed to find the command post. What's in here? Oh, lots of dead people. Who ran around shooting all these people and just totally bailed? Like, who shows up into a room, guns everyone down, and is just like, see ya? So I don't think there's anything we're actually supposed to do in this room. So we're going to peace out of here. Now, this is going to be a difficult game to talk over because I'm constantly having to check what it is that I have to do as I go through this. Because here's a little secret. I've actually never played this game before. Or maybe I played it once, but a long time ago. My first experience with Space Quest was playing Space Quest 2. Which is kind of interesting because, as you'll see, at the end of this game, some stuff happens. This guy is heralded as a bit of a hero, but he's actually not totally respected by the second game. You know, spoilers, I suppose. Okay. Use keycard. Now it will open, but we forgot to do something back over here. So yeah, I never played Space Quest #1 before, but, oh, there we go. We're escaping. Yes. But I played #2, and it's kind of interesting when you play these out of order because I didn't really 100% know what happened in the first game. The main guy, gosh, it would appear you have an untimely demise. What? I just died randomly. Thank you for playing Space Quest. What? That's nonsense. Okay, let's get back to business here. Can't believe they just killed me. Okay. Maybe I was dawdling too long. Oh, and I'm totally dead, aren't I? Damn you, Sierra, and your cruelness, your viciousness. Man, it is really hard to like get a sentence out before stuff happens. But essentially in the second game, he kind of says that he's a hero. Some people kind of say he is, but it's not kind of unclear what happens. I always thought that was kind of cool. how you never fully knew exactly what happened in the first game. And I know I could have gone back and played it. I'm totally dead. I'm not going to be able to get away from this. Use key card. Oh god, get in there! Whoa, I can't believe I escaped. Now, is this a closet? What is this? Open door. Control by, you must push the appropriate one. Okay. Let's go down here and try and open this. Push left, I think is what I'm supposed to do. You're not close enough. Okay. No. What? Push button. Button. You have to be more specific. As well as 2 closet doors and 2 buttons. Oh wait. Are the buttons up on the... I thought it was down near the control panel, but are these things the buttons? These old games, it's kind of hard to tell. I do totally like these. There we go. Look. In a closet. It looks like an electrical gadget of some sort. Okay, let's just take it. Who knows what it's going to be used for. I do love how these old Sierra games, the graphics, they kind of look like you're watching a cartoon. Ooh, look at suit. Standard issue flight suit designed to protect the wearer from the unique condition of space travel. Take suit. Oh yeah, look at this. Now we're decked out. This is a space janitor that you want to be. Open door? The doors are controlled. You must push the appropriate one. Okay. So we're going to head back down here. And we're going to press the escape pod door, I think. Push button. Let's be more specific. Where does it want me to push the button? Seriously, where does it want me to push the button? If you were a space janitor in a spacesuit, lost on a thing about to explode a spaceship, wouldn't you not be this stupid when it comes to pushing the button? Push escape pod. Oh my god, the parser in this is so primitive. Push button. How else do we say it? You'll have to be more specific. Well, here is the solution to this little puzzle here. You have to type look console. The console is adorned with many status indicators. One of the buttons is marked airlock. Push airlock. Push airlock doesn't make any grammatical sense because an airlock is not a thing you can press. You're pressing the airlock button, and I died. I died because I took too long. Oh, the old Sierra frustration is starting to set in, boys. Oh, and I'm back here. Oh, come on. What is this gadget anyway? What do you guys think? Gadget. Look. Gadget. We're in an electronic gadget. The word's dialect translator. And on one end, the dial left is currently dim. Okay. So we're going to need that to speak to some aliens, I suspect. Now, this suit is supposed to protect me from, like, the space elements, but, like, my hands and my face are totally exposed. Push airlock. So, I don't know about you guys, but when I go out into the vacuum of space, I do like to be kind of covered up. Anyway, as I was saying before about, not knowing about what happens in prequels. Yeah, this is just a simple button. Aha! There was one episode of Breaking Bad that, I don't know if you guys saw Breaking Bad, but there was one episode where Jesse goes to get some meth heads, and he basically, they stole from him, so he goes to sort of get the money back, and he ends up accidentally killing one of the meth heads. But I never saw that episode. Somehow I missed it when I was watching through the DVDs. So it went from the episode before that, where at the end of the episode they said he was going to go talk to the meth dealers, to the episode afterwards where he has PTSD from dealing with them. And people on the street say he killed the meth dealer. He says he didn't. I always thought that was really interesting. And I thought it was an intentional part of the show where you never really know what happens. And that's what it sort of felt like when you played Space Quest 2 without playing Space Quest 1, or indeed any sequel without playing, the first, closed door. That would be a good thing. Should we close the door before we, before we jettison our escape pod here? Boom, we made it away from the exploding ship. Thankfully. Congratulations, you've narrowly escaped the explosive death. Don't start patting yourself on the back just yet, though. You're now traveling aimlessly through the cosmos. Oh, well, that's good. I'm sure we'll be fine. Do-do-do. Wonder if I brought any good tunes for this. Look around. You're sitting in the pilot seat of an escape pod facing towards a window. There is a dark console before you and a seatbelt. Yeah, we put on a seatbelt confused as to what you should do. Wish you could have paid more attention during crew orientation. I always wish that. Look, console. Console consists of status indicators, throttle, some buttons. The button marked auto nav, power, and don't touch. Oh, we gotta touch the don't touch button. Okay, press don't. Due to lack of navigation, you've exhausted the meager amount of emergency fuel. You are lost in space. What? Thank you for playing. Give me a break, and I just saved again. Oh my god, we're supposed to press the autopilot button? That's how we get out of this? I can't believe it! I've screwed up again! This is ridiculous. Oh, I can't even press enter in time! Ah, you son of a bitch. My god. This game is insane in that it does not let you dawdle at all. I just had to replay the entire game, by the way, which we didn't get far, but come on. It said don't touch, I warned you. What the heck? Ken, did you hear something? It was probably the Gators entertaining another Space Quest player. Go back to sleep. Ha, they threw us into King's Quest. A quirk of fate, was it? You've stumbled into a place beyond time, space, dimension. You've entered the Daventry Zone. Interesting. I mean, you gotta give them props for creativity. Okay. I mean, okay, we are dying a lot. I mean, part of the Sierra adventure, oh, you stupid. There we go. Part of the whole Sierra adventure process was dying and experiencing all the crazy death, but it's just so frustrating sometimes. The monitor flashes. You study to see what new information is being displayed. Okay. Ooh, it's a planet. Corona. The autonav system has locked onto the small planet of Corona. The pod has begun to approach. Nothing to do now, but hang on. Yeehaw! Man. These Sierra games were tough. I'm remembering. I remember loving these games, but also hating them at the same time. I owned Space Quest 1, 2, Leisure Suit Larry, Police Quest, even a King's Quest game for years. I never, ever beat them. Even in the age of internet walkthroughs, it's actually kind of hard to ascertain what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, but I ended up buying strategy guides back when I was a kid. They were these big, thick tomes of Sierra strategy knowledge. Okay, let's get back to the game. After a skull-jarring landing, you peer through the shattered viewing port out onto the desert landscape. A feeling of utter desolation settles into you. You're in a fine mess now, Jay. Okay, let's unfasten our belts. Open door. The door has been permanently opened by the impact of the landing. Oh, that's convenient. Okay, look around. That's in here. Okay, there is a kit that we're supposed to take. You know, some of these things, like, how would you know to do that? Some of these things are pretty obscure. Okay, let's exit. Oh, and what are we supposed to do? Walk in front of the ship and take the glass. Oh, because that's convenient. Now, one thing that has always been true of these old Sierra games is that they're very esoteric as to the types of things that you need. You know, like, why do I need the glass from the ship and not like a screw or a screwdriver? I always kind of wish, like, oops, that is not the way to go. I always love these old Sierra adventure games, but I always wish that there was sort of like multiple ways to do things. Like if you're trapped in a room and you had to get out of the room, in a Sierra adventure game, you have to use like a cup of water and like tie a rope around it and, oh, get eaten by a goddamn sandworm. Okay, we're back here now. Let's go ahead and save. I need to be saving like so frequently. You need to have like a billion. You need to grief save. Sierra 4 taught you to grief save, in fact. They weren't kidding around. You know, like, oh my god. Some people look down on grief saving, but if you ever play a Sierra adventure game, you literally have to. There's nothing you can do, because like that death was so random. What was I supposed to do there? I was just walking and something ate me. And I think stuff like that's random. Like, do you think I'll be eaten this time? Oh, I will. Okay. Okay, well at least there's something consistent there. I'll take that. Wait, maybe I'm supposed to go right, actually. But anyway, it would be far more fun if you were like trapped in a room and it was like you could try and bust the door down, or you could use a chair, or you could pretend to pass out when the guard comes to check on you. Then you could mess with them. You know, if there was all sorts of creative things you could do, like doing it in real life, like if I actually trapped you in a room in real life, and okay, this is looking more promising. No sandworms over here. And you had to get out. There's so many ways you could try and figure out how to get out. I wish someone would create an adventure game that was like that. Because I do like these adventure games, but my one complaint, especially with the old Sierra games, is that some of these puzzles were so difficult. It'd be far more fun if it was sort of like an open world adventure game. That'd be kind of cool. Oh man, if you stand there, I bet you die. What the heck? Suddenly you see a large black metal sphere falling out of the sky. Sarian spider droid. Uh-oh. I know what I'll do. We're gonna crush this spider with a rock. Okay, that didn't work at all. We're zigzagging up this hill this time around. Going with style. So literally, you have to save like almost every screen in this game. It is kind of unbelievable. So we'll save here. What game, sort of being like 10 minutes into the game, do you need like 6 save spots? Okay. Push rock, we'll get all ready. Oh wait, we don't want to type it in case when we press enter, we accidentally push the rock. You only get one shot at this. Sierra games were very unforgiving in that way. We're ready for you, buddy. Could I have done it there? I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. He's really got to be down here. Get down here, damn it. So this janitor can clean. Oh yeah. What? These Sierra games are really unforgiving. I mean, these things definitely remind me of like a Star Trek holonovel. Yes! It was not known that you were a master of the rock. That was a fine effort. Why, thank you. Let's definitely save after that. But to anyone who watched the Star Trek The Next Generation, which was the most awesome Star Trek, by the way, I'm calling it as I see it. The characters in that would sometimes go into the holodeck, and they would play holonovels, which were basically like their version of Sierra adventure games, except those games were far more forgiving. You know, there was multiple ways to solve problems. They just had to kind of think and try different solutions and stuff. Ooh, interesting. This arc looks suspicious. Whee! Now we're in a secret cave. Bet you didn't see that coming. Look at this crazy adventure we're on. We were on a ship, we were a janitor, now we stole a spacesuit and a universal translator. We escaped an exploding ship. Now, I don't know, whoa, this looks so dangerous. I've learned to save. Maybe we can have like 50 save states by the end of this game. Oh, apparently we were supposed to pick up a rock that was a little ways back here. Like, okay, this little rock right here, who would have known to do this? It's so obscure. I guess you work your way back. You see the geyser, and you think that would not be helpful. Oh, I'm sorry. You see the geyser, and yeah, I knew I was supposed to save there. You see the geyser, and you think maybe I have to do something to plug that up, and then you have to go looking for a rock. I mean, it's nice they put it here. Take rock. I just feel like a lot of these puzzles would have been a little more, like, not as, you know, hidden in a LucasArts game. Okay, we're just supposed to move along the grid here, like this. Oh, God. Put rock on geyser. Okay, how does it understand that? But autopilot, 2 words, it doesn't understand. One thing about this old Sierra, it's actually called the AGI, the Adventure Game something. It's actually a game engine that runs a lot of the old Sierra games, which is why things like Leisure Suit Larry, Police Quest, Space Quest all feel very similar. You can actually even get this engine. I remember in high school I got it when I was working a co-op term, and the office I worked in, I installed it, and I literally just spent the whole time trying to make my own Leisure Suit Larry style game. But all that said, the parser is not very sophisticated. You really have to hard code absolutely every word you want it to understand. A far cry from something like, what's that game you can play today where you can type in literally anything and it will make it? Scribblenauts! Yeah, it's sort of the opposite of Scribblenauts. Like, how far have we come? Okay, so I think I'm supposed to go left? Is that it? It's so hard to tell, like, where the exit is here. It's kind of a cool cave, though, actually. I'm just, like, hidden behind a rock. Oh! That let me through. Somehow. There we go. I was just, like, pressing random buttons back there. Okay, now we hold glass in beam. You've cleverly turned the beam weapon frying itself. So all it takes to penetrate this like really sophisticated cave is like one little rock and like a beam of glass. I should start dying just randomly just so we can see what happens. Because most Sierra Adventure games, you do not go through this smoothly. This is like somebody who knows what they're doing. You are unpleasantly surprised when a drop of searing acid bores its way through your feet. Oh God! Thank you for playing Space Quest. See, okay, there we go. I just entertained you guys with a foolish death. Okay, I'm gonna try and just do that. Oh, well that was relatively easy. In fact, I didn't even have to look at any of the tips to figure out how to get past that puzzle. Whoa! As soon as you enter the room, you find yourself surrounded by darkness. Suddenly you become... What was illuminating the cave before that, I wonder? You're aware that you cannot move or speak. A strange, unknown force has taken over you. Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble, guys. What is this thing? It's a giant alien head. I knew it! They're always hiding out in caves. A massive holographic image appears before you. You sense that you are the only life form in the area. Well, how would you know that? And how would you know it's holographic, necessarily? It looks pretty real to me. Zajojib. Lavu Sidifidja. I think we're going to have to use our universal translator. That is just a hunch. Okay. Jao Wifis. Yeah, okay. Just utter nonsense. He's just saying nothing to me. Okay. Because of your inability to understand the alien's language, he has sent you back to the surface. What? What? And he would make me do that whole thing again, wouldn't he? Okay. Well, that was a pseudo-death, I suppose. Turn, dial, turn on, dial, gadget. You turn the dial to the right. The light begins to glow. Now let's see what this guy has to say. Curiouser and curiouser. I think he's just going to be asking me something like really benign. It's supposed to seem like very sinister, but in reality, I bet it's something relatively simple. So, you have found your way to my hallowed chamber. I've been monitoring your travels on our planet. It appears that you are the proverbial estuary without a means of locomotion. What does that mean? I feel like I'm talking to the Wizard of Oz here. You're obviously in need of transportation. That's true. Let us see if you're worthy of our assistance. On the surface lives a beast called Orat. He proves to be a bit annoying. Dispose of him and bring back evidence of your conquest. Only then will I deal with your plight. Good luck, strange one. So he sends us to the surface no matter what we do. Only this time we actually know what we're supposed to do. Just going to go ahead and save. Alright, let's see if we can go find this Orat thing and take care of it. Ah, you son of a